Sausalito is it. You got Sausalito Mount Tamalpais, which is our tallest mountain here in the Bay Area, 3,000 feet tall. You got San Rafael, Tiburon. Now, the Marin County is one of the most expensive counties, not only in California, but in the United States. You got a lot of rich people who live over there in Marin County. You got Francis Ford Coppola, who wrote The Godfathers 1, 2, and 3. He's also a winemaker. You got George Lucas, the guy famous for Star Wars, lives over that area. Andre Agassi and Steffi Graf. They have a $25 million home over in Tiburon. And they also have a tennis academy over here too, so they're doing quite well. Carlos Santana, the famous guitar player, he lives in Mill Valley. Sean Penn, the actor, lives over here. And Danielle Steele, she got some place over here too, but she got a couple places. She got a lot of money. She's a book author, and ever since she started writing her book, she has sold over 600 million copies of her books. So she's doing quite well. But she also lives in the largest mansion in San Francisco. It's called the Spreckles Mansion. It has 52 rooms. It's owned by Adolph Spreckles. The guy, he made his money off the sugar cane. He was a sugar king. He became a millionaire. He had sugar plantations in Hawaii. He married a beautiful lady named Alma Spreckles. If you ever get a chance to go down to Union Square, they got that statue downtown in Union Square with the lady on top. That's her. She's a model. They used to call her Big Alma because she was like 6 feet tall. Very beautiful though. She was 25 years old, and Adolph Spreckles was 55 years old. Yep, huge age difference. But they used to tease her and say, man, he's old enough to be your daddy. He's old enough to be your granddaddy. But since he's a sugar king, she said, well, he's my daddy, he's my sugar daddy. And that's how we got the term sugar daddy. Now, I've been doing research on the very first sugar mamas, but I haven't came up with nothing yet. So y'all stay tuned. Now, that's the old bridge. I'm looking for a sugar mama. Anyway, look to your left. That's the bridge that fell apart in 1989, and they're tearing it apart bit by bit. Now, coming up on our right, you guys, is Treasure Island. By the way, guys, just that you know, I used to live here a long time ago in the Bay Area when my dad was in the Army. I'm an Army brat. And I used to live in Fort Ord up there by Monterey and Carmel. So I remember my father used to bring us up here on the weekends, so I got an early taste of the Bay Area when I was a youngster. And my father retired out of the Army in 1970, and I thought he was going to retire in California. I said, yeah, we're going to retire in California. But my father pulled a fast one on me and said, nope, we're going to retire in Kansas. I said, Daddy, no! See, I'm born in Hawaii. You already know I'm a special child, right? So my brother and sister both born in Kansas. My condolences to them. And I was like, Daddy, come on, please. Not Kansas. Come on, Daddy, please. I love California. So we drove from California all the way to Kansas, and I cried all the way there. My mom kept turning around looking at me like, boy, what's wrong with you? I kept looking at her like, Mama, Kansas. Anyway, I lived in the Midwest for 7 years. You got to be a special breed to live back there, I'm telling you. I know about hot summers, cold winters, sub-0 degree weather. I came out here to San Francisco and telling people from San Francisco about wind chill factors. People here in San Francisco thought I was talking about a drink. Wind chill factor, is that a martini with a splash? No, it's a condition. It's where you walk home backwards. Only people who've been in the cold know what I'm talking about. Anyway, I knew I would get back out here, so I knew I was going to join the military, but I wasn't going to join the Army because I've been armied out. I've been born in an Army hospital, stationed in Fort Hood, Fort Ord, Fort Riley. I was just armied out. So I joined the Navy to piss my dad off, and I knew to get out here was Navy, Pacific Ocean, California. But you look to your right here, that's Treasure Island. That island was built for the World's Fair during the 1938 World's Fair. And guess what invention was introduced here during that time? The TV. The TV was created here in San Francisco in 1927. And it was introduced to the world in 1938 on Treasure Island. Now, Treasure Island is a man-made island, and I used to live there too because it used to be a naval base. And it has Navy housing over there, so when I was married, I lived there for 5 years. Now this is the Bay Bridge, which is now called the Willie Brown Bridge, built 1936. Now you look to your right, you can see the Golden Gate Bridge in the fall. Now the Golden Gate Bridge was built a year after the Bay Bridge was built. Now the Golden Gate Bridge at one time was the longest suspension bridge in the world. It's 1.7 miles long. It's 750 feet tall. It's 230 feet from the roadway to the water. There's enough cement in the Golden Gate Bridge to make a 5-foot wide sidewalk from California to New York. There's enough wiring in the Golden Gate Bridge to go around the world 2.5 to 3 times. Now, since that bridge has been built, over 1,600 people have jumped off that bridge. 1,600 since 1937. So they're coming up with a lot of ways to try to avoid people who are killing themselves, like nets and cameras, but some people still figure out a way to jump. Now you look to your right, you can see Alcatraz. Alcatraz was first built to hold prisoners of war during the Civil War and the Spanish-American War. And then it was converted to a federal maximum security prison. From 1933 to 1964, it held such prisoners as Al Capone, Babyface Nelson, and Machine Gun Kelly. There are 14 attempts made to escape from that island by 34 prisoners. No one got away. You either got shot or you got caught. Only one person got away, you guys. Clint Eastwood, all right? So he played the part of the guy who did get away. But no one really got away. He played the part of a guy named Frank Harris. So now we got San Francisco skyline. You see the Trans-American building to your right. That's the tallest building in San Francisco. It was built in 1972. I think it's 40-something stories. And he built it like a pyramid because he wanted to allow more light to the city. Because you know, like in New York and Chicago, all those tall buildings make the downtown dark. So he built his building in a different kind of structure so it can allow more light. Now you can look coming up on our right, you can't see it yet. That dark building right there, behind that building there, that's black granite. That's the Bank of America building. That's the second tallest building in San Francisco. And you guys remember the movie, The Towering Inferno, with Steve McQueen, Paul Newman, O.J. Simpson? Can anybody go back that far? Am I the oldest guy on this bus?
No.
All right.
No, you're not.
All right, thank you. For you guys who don't know nothing about the 70s movies, look at TV Land. You'll see all of them on that TV Land channel. Anyway, that's the second tallest building, and they use that building for that movie. Now, see this building in front of us to the left right here? Not the right one, but this building out here. This is the tallest condominium on the West Coast.
Right down.
Now, do you see the 5 floors on top there? Those 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Water.
Now, each one. Now, the water tower's on top. Right below it is the 6th floor. Those